All right, a crowd that waiting for the arrival of the President of the United States. The President is due in Cincinnati, and in the next hour he is going to be not only talking up what he wants to do on infrastructure and a quasi-public-private partnership to deal with that, mostly private money, not taxpayer dough, that he hopes can incentivize businesses and others to invest in a project he said would be for our structural future. Separately, he is going to be meeting with some, we don't know how many, what the White House has been calling Obamacare victims, or those who have been priced out or seen their options lost out. To Congressman Brad Wenstrup on this meeting, by the way, where the President is gathering is his district. Congressman, very good to have you.
Hey, great to be with you today, Neil.
You know, timing is everything, as they say, and on the President arriving, and you know this better than anyone, when Anthem, the big insurer, said, Ohio, we can't afford it, we're out of there. So the timing is curious. What is the President likely to say? That whatever the Senate is working on is the option? Because the Senate seems to be saying whatever, you guys were working on is not.
Well, the Senate's got their work cut out for them then, and I hope that they do embrace that and get moving on it. Clearly, this is a crisis for America. Obamacare is collapsing. It's very evident, and now it's very evident in Ohio, as it has been in other parts of the country. We think that we worked through a bill that was very thoughtful, that would try to leave no one left behind. I always say as a doctor, why would I not want people to have insurance? I want people to be insured. It's a difficult challenge, but it's a priority for America, and I hope the Senate makes it their priority.
Do you get a sense as well, Congressman, that the timing getting all this done is going to be tough for your colleagues in the Senate, if for no other reason than you got the August recess, you've also got the reality of this debt limit approaching sooner rather than later. Do you subscribe to what Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin has advised? Just raise it, don't attach any conditions to it, so you guys can proceed with all this other stuff.
Well, I really hope that they take the time and maybe work a little overtime to get some of these things done, because we're up against the wall. America, we know how to respond to things. We can get things done quickly, but it is going to take action on the Senate side. I don't want to see the problem extended any further. I want to get to a solution for America, develop some flexibility, and get some health care freedom back in the hands of the American people.
Do you worry then that with this debt thing that it could destroy that timing? In other words, there aren't a whole lot of legislative days left of this session to do that, to do the tax cut thing, to even entertain the infrastructure thing. I mean, at the very least, I'm hearing from some it's got to be pushed back. Do you agree with that it's a difficult timetable?
Well, there is a challenge to the timetable. I'm not going to deny that for a second. But, there's no law that says we can't be here in August. There's no law that says we can't work overtime. So we can do these things, but it's going to take digging in and make sure that we get them done and address the nation's problems. Too often, as you know, we always do things last minute. The warning signs are there. We know what has to be done. So let's sit down and do it rather than wait to the last 24 or 48 hours to push something through or just extend things. That's not the right answer, in my opinion.
All right, you know that these intelligence hearings going on today and they held tomorrow. It will be James Comey's turn. Where is all of this going? I mean, you at House Intelligence, this back and forth about collusion, what the President knew, when he knew it, what the FBI director talked about, what he didn't. This is another wild card event, as you know, Congressman. I guess what I'm wondering is, do you or have you and other members of the committee heard anything that would hint of inappropriate behavior on the part of the President or anything approaching obstruction of justice?
I have not, and I say that freely. I've not seen anything in that regard. Look, what we're dealing with today when it comes to Russia in particular, for them it's heads I win and tails you lose. Because with what they have done and the situation they've created in America, if Hillary Clinton had become president, then she would have been demeaned and degraded, and who knows what else they might have tried to release on her. If Donald Trump wins, then the argument is that he's not legitimate, and we are fighting amongst ourselves when we really should be trying to get to the truth. I have no problem with that, but at the same time, we got to focus on what our adversaries are doing to try and interfere with our system, and especially our election system.
Sir, thank you very much. Good catching up with you.